500 acres of forest scar were destroyed by fire at Alakulagala Kanda in Lunugala. The police are conducting investigations to find out as to whether a person has set fire to the forest. The fire last night prevailed until this afternoon. Alakulagala is an important place of biodiversity. Several rare trees destroyed and 5 animals were killed. Residents say that the situation is dangerous due to heavy conditions, although the fire has diminished.
Well, the Sri Lanka police busted illicit rackets being carried out in several areas in the island. Several racketeers were taken into custody in police raids conducted yesterday and today. A large-scale cannabis cultivation, Vilpattu Sanctuary, was destroyed today. It was maintained in the middle of a forest 10 kilometers inside the Vilpattu Sanctuary. A stock of 25 kilograms of cannabis was seized by the police. 2 people who were engaged in cannabis trafficking to various areas in the island have been taken into custody in the Dambulla today. The police said that these suspects had carried out racket for around 10 years. A stock of teak timber cut down from Sandanamandu Aru Forest Reserve in Batticaloa has been seized when it was about to be transported to a safe area. The Iravur police said that they have recovered a stock of sand illegally mined from prohibited zones at the forest reserve. Well, 2 people were taken into custody in Gampa for charges of selling gold-plated lead pieces. 790 gold-plated lead pieces were also seized by the police.
The Sri Lanka Army implements several agriculture and animal husbandry projects in the eastern province. A massive project to improve the country's liquid milk production by 100% is being implemented under this initiative. The Sri Lanka Army farm at Valikanda, Kandakadu and Allakantale will be used for this purpose. Valikanda Kandakadu farm was launched in 1958. It is one of the major farms in Asia with 15,000 milch cows. It is in the extent of 11,100 acres. The farm, which was neglected due to tiger terrorist activities, was reopened in 2009. 100 acres of land is under paddy cultivation. Vegetables have been cultivated in 80 more acres and banana planted in 300 acres. Milk products at the farm are used for the consumption of soldiers of the army. 10,000 milch cows will be imported from Australia. The Director of Agriculture and Animal Husbandry Resources of the Sri Lanka Army, Colonel Buonika Gunaratna, said that the $750 million project will be completed within 2 years. Allakantale farm will be used for paddy cultivation and animal husbandry. 300 acres of land is under paddy cultivation. The excess rice will be sold to residents at a reasonable price.
Minister Vimal Weerawansa points out that mutual relations were being established when all communities live in villages with unity restoring national amity. But certain politicians were against the building of such villages, paving way towards national amity. The minister was speaking at a mass rally in Trincomalee yesterday. Tabalagamu at Jayapura Janasevana village was vested in the people at a ceremony held under the patronage of Minister Vimal Weerawansa. Deputy Minister Susantha Punchi Nilame was also present. The 51 houses project was completed at a cost of 22 million rupees, providing shelter facilities for people of Sinhala, Tamil and Muslim communities.
Cashew cultivation in the Puttalam district brings a high income for cultivators. Over 10,000 hectares of land is under cashew cultivation in the Puttalam district. It has become the livelihood of people in Anamaduwa, Mundalama, Karulagaswava, Pallama, Navagategama, Maha Kubukkadavala and Arachikattua. Several cashew factories were set up in the area for the purpose of exporting cashew-based products. Cashew-based products have become a cottage industry in the Puttalam district. A kilo of cashew is being sold at a price between 900 to 1,300 rupees. The production has increased due to government's subsidies. There is a high demand for cashew-based products in Karaitivu area as well. Going to foreign news. Welcome back. We're into foreign news. French people are voting in parliamentary elections expected to determine the extent and pace of reform under new President François Hollande. Voting for the lower house beginning with the first round, followed by runoffs a week later. It is said that if Mr. Hollande's Socialist Party can win a majority, he will have the mandate to push through bold tax and spend policies. There is also a closely watched battle between the far right and the far left. The far-right National Front is hoping to follow up strong performances in the recent presidential election by gaining its first presence in the 577-seat National Assembly since the 1980s.
Well, here's news in brief from around the world.
A fast-spreading wildfire prompted the evacuation of dozens of homes in northern Colorado yesterday, as virtually the entire state remained under a red flag warning for fires due to low humidity, high winds and hot temperatures. People in Madrid responded angrily to the news that Eurozone finance ministers have agreed to lend Spain up to 100 billion euros to shore up its banks. The opposition Syrian National Council has elected a Kurdish activist, Abdel Bassat Saida, as its new president. Since its inception, the SNC had been plagued by divisions and complaints from activists that it is ineffectual. China moved a rocket into position yesterday ahead of the launch of the Shenzhou 9 manned spacecraft that aims to carry out the country's first manned space docking mission with an orbiting Space Lab module.
Well, it's time for sports news now with Zinat Bonzo. Good evening, Zinat.
Good evening, Sharon. Good evening, Manoj. Hello and a very good evening. You're with me, Zinat Bonzo, bringing you the latest in the world of sports. Sri Lanka beat Pakistan by 76 runs in their second one-day international played at Pallekele International Stadium yesterday. Sri Lanka won the toss and decided to bat first. They scored 280 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in their allotted 50 overs. Opener Upul Tharanga made 18 while his partner Tilakaratne Dilshan scored a brilliant 119, recording his 13th century in one-day internationals. Mahala Jayawardene made 53. Dinesh Chandimal scored 32 while Thisara Perera chipped in with 24. Shahid Afridi, Shahid Ajmal, Mohammad Hafiz and Sohail Tanvir took 1 wicket each. In reply, Pakistan were bowled out for 204 runs. Azhar Ali top scored with 96. Misbah ul Haq made 27. Shafraz Ahmed 20 and Shahid Afridi made 17. Thisara Perera was adjudged man of the match for claiming 6 wickets for 44 runs in 10 overs. Nuwan Kulasekara and Lasith Malinga took 2 wickets each.
Oh, and given and hit him high on the leg, Misbah ul Haq.
Bowling figures. Pakistan in a bit of a hole here now. They need 12 and over.
We will see you in Colombo and have a good flight. I hope you get good leg space.
With sports news, we conclude our night's news bulletin together with Zinat and Sharon. Wish you a very pleasant night.
Good night. Good night.